Hello, welcome to this video and where I'm going to discuss the top three mistakes we small business owners have made or are still making and learning every day to get better, right? And improve. So let's get going. So, number one, in my opinion, is the number one enemy that many business owners have is perfectionism. So I want to share something with you. Like, for example, you look at me, I'm not wearing makeup today. I am, didn't clean up too much the background. And it's on purpose because I almost didn't sit down to film this. And then I thought, I need to be my own I need to share my own challenges with you and be honest that sometimes I just don't feel like, like filming, or I don't feel prepared enough or pretty enough or, ready enough. And I am just doing it. I'm just gonna not worry so much about those things because in the end, the value is in putting out there what I'm supposed to do. And so I think that um, when we're try to have all the pieces in a row, we may miss opportunities. We may not put ourselves out there or do what we our intention was to do because and there's Bella. So we just don't do it. So we end up procrastinating and we end up not doing what we're supposed to do, and we end up stuck. We just end up stuck and not producing. So if you have a website that you're working on, if you have, a business card that you're still developing, and it's been weeks and it's not developed, and not printed. If you have any flyers that you're still nitpicking, if you have a secretary and your administrative assistant, you're driving her crazy with every little minute mistake, or not even mistake, maybe not exactly what you have in your mind. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see it from your potential customer standpoint. I'm not saying mistakes, like don't ignore mistakes, like like spelling, things like that. I'm nitpicky about it. But and I see mistakes even in newspapers and I'm like, didn't anybody proofread this? So I'm a little picky when it comes to that grammar, but not when it comes about putting content out there. And it just don't you don't need to over prepare. Just do it. Just put it out there because um there's this book, and I think it's Elizabeth Gilbert wrote it, and I don't remember the name of it right now, but she wrote in this book that ideas have uh she feels that they're energy on its own. Like we all energy, everything is energy. I mean, if you don't know that, well, here you go. We are energy, we're made of energy, and we put out a certain energy. But in her book she said that ideas are also energy. She feels that, and she's seen proof of it, where she had this idea for a book. She developed the characters and everything. Something happened that she had to put it aside, worked on something else, and when she came back to it, everything was gone. Her brain was like, she looked at it like, this looks like Chinese. What is this? Like, it just didn't make any sense. It didn't feel like it was hers anymore. She got to befriended another author, which she admired her work, and but they got to actually develop a relationship. They're having lunch one day, and her friends talking about this idea that she had for a book, and it's just about done and ready to go published. And she's like, what? And she told her, this I had this idea, and like I have all this material and stuff that made but I didn't, by the time I came back to it, but by the time that she came back to it, the idea left her and went to somebody else. When we are perfectionists, or we don't push forward with and put out there what the ideas that we have, they're going to find somebody else. I don't know if you have ever had this situation that you think of this brilliant idea, it will solve a problem, and before you know it, you're watching TV in the middle of the night, and there it is in an infomercial. Somebody else developed it and put it out in the market. And my what I want to push you to, I want to inspire you to just do it. You have an idea, develop it, put it out. You always have an opportunity to put it out again if the first thing doesn't work. If the first go around is off, then you do it again. One of my businesses is in the legal arena. The first time that I did the business, it was in a brick and mortar office. I met clients in person and I hated it. I totally hated it. I don't mind meeting people. It's not that I have, any anxiety over people or anything like that. I love people, but I hated the fact that if I had meetings, physical meetings with people, and my children needed me, I couldn't just leave and go and deal with that because I had a meeting and there was somebody coming to the office, and and I would have to reschedule, and they took off to be here with me. And so when I sold that business, and then I had a chance to rebrand, redo it, I did it completely online. And now it's a business that I spend 4 hours a week on it. Thank you, Tim Ferriss. Love you. 4 hour work week. If you don't know, you gotta go. You gotta know. Go get the book. 4 hour work week. It changed my life. But anyway, you go and you do that, and you just, if something doesn't make sense, or you start a business and it doesn't, or you launch something, you do something, you put something out there, even a post. I have, and I learned this from my last biggest client that I had. I was her CMO for the six figure university, and that's chief marketing officer. And she gave me total reign. She's like, here's the credentials for the Instagram, go for it. In the beginning, I kind of wanted to get her input. She's like, just post. If it's wrong, I'll tell you, take it down. Just go for it, run, run, run. And I learned from her. I remember there was something that I was working on. I think it was a landing page for something, and I was just not feeling secure. And she's like, Emil, I'm you're a businesswoman. I'm a businesswoman. Let me tell you, from a businesswoman to a businesswoman, you take it too long. Just launch it. Launch the damn thing. Put it out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can always go back and fix things. Yeah, the links need to work. Yes, the grammar needs to be accurate. But if it comes to images and this and that's the wrong image and the wrong, just launch the damn thing. Just launch it. We'll tweak it as we go. But we're losing money if we don't put it out there, because there's going to be somebody out there that's ready to buy that didn't even look at the page. And I mean, she just blew me away. She just blew me away. She didn't say these exact words, but in my mind, as she was talking, I was thinking the same exact words. How many times have I gone into a website and I have fallen? I just knew I needed that product. I didn't care about the freaking landing page. I hate those trainings or those courses. I've done many, many courses. And I've had a few mentors that I absolutely love. And um, I cannot tell you how many times I'm like, I don't need to watch this damn video. Can I just buy the damn thing? Because I already know that this is exactly what I need based on the reviews that I read, not on this presentation with all the numbers and all the happy people singing Kumbaya. I don't give a shit. I already knew what I wanted. Please give it to me. So that's my point. Okay. So if you've been holding on to something, let it go, let it flow. Just put it out there to the world. The world is waiting. Okay, so number two. I think the number two mistake, um, I did it for the longest and I almost burned myself down. And that was not delegating. And delegating could be many things. I mean, I am a one woman shop. Okay. I don't really, but I have a virtual assistant that I love her to death. She lives in the Philippines. She's amazing. I've been working with her. I don't even know how long. I think it's been maybe 2 years. I've already gave her a couple of raises. I give her vacation time whenever she needs time off. No questions asked. I mean, I absolutely love her. Julie, I love you. And she has totally, I mean, allowed me to to do other things that I love to do. So she's an amazing thing. But here's the thing. I had to learn to delegate effectively. I had to learn to let go of certain things, train her, and find a way of doing the training. And I'm actually going to do a video on this. I think if there should be interest, somebody out there must care about how to train a VA effectively. And I mean, I think we have a pretty good system. We have such a good system in place to the point that I'm going to Burning Man. And if you know anything about Burning Man, you should look it up. But I'm basically going to be in the Mojave Desert, no signal or barely any signal, no Wi-Fi. So yeah, so I'm going to be, in the middle of the desert, and pretty much she's handling everything but the phone. Okay. And I'm just letting everybody know, don't call me because you're going to get the voicemail. Anyway, I'm sorry for my dogs. I don't know what the heck is going on. What's going on with Bella? Anyway, sorry guys. This is not perfection, right? All right. So now another way, so that's one way, right? Finding a virtual assistant. And I will actually make a video on what I did with to recruit one, and then what I did to train the virtual assistant, because I think that if we do it the wrong way, we're going to waste a lot of time hiring the wrong person and firing, and it's messy. And so I'm definitely going to give you some great ideas on how to do that. But another way to delegate is going to platforms like, I know the most famous one out there is Fiverr, but there's my favorite one is Legit, Legit. I'm actually basically filming some training videos in Spanish, and I'm going to be doing I'm putting out some courses, and they're going to be hosted there. Um, the low entry fee courses. It's just, it's more like how to do Google ads, how to do SEO, in detail. And it's all going to be very you know um like short, sweet videos and stuff. And I'm really excited. I'm going to start working on that this week. But so you can delegate so delegate comes in different ways. Like, I have a lot of you contacting me wanting to have a consultation, which, starting now, my consultations will be paid, because I end up spending an hour with people. And there is a small donation fee kind of thing that I'm implementing now. The link is going to be in the description. But I definitely want you guys to think about delegating. Is not just having somebody else doing something, it's knowing what's the right thing to delegate. Not everything should be delegated. Okay, like for example, with the legal business, there's a type of case that I have to handle, because if I give it to her, it's just going to be a shit show. She's not going to know the different if and or what. Like, it's very difficult. And even though she's like 90% of everything I do, there's still that 10% that I'm the one that needs to do it. But one of the main things is, don't delegate sales, not in the beginning. I've seen people do this, and they crash and burn, and I've done it. And it was the worst months of my life. I mean, the numbers were horrible, but I know it's because the person needs to connect. At least in the beginning, the person should connect with you. Now, if you're like, Grant Cardone size of business or a bigger business, and and it's impossible for you to handle, then of course, then you delegate that. But in the beginning, you need to be able to do it first, so that you can create the right formula that then you can teach someone. So everything that I have taught Julie, or had delegated to Julie, I have done several times, to the point that I have a certain way of doing it, and then I train her to do it so she can be successful. And but versus me figure it out, it's not going to get you the right result, at least in the beginning. Especially when you're dealing with VAs or people from another country, another language, you have to deal with those things. It's just a different animal. But so there's certain things that you shouldn't delegate. You should delegate anything else. Like, and it could be an accountant that you can delegate the books. It could be, like someone to help you with the contract. It could be whatever it is that you find that is stopping your business from growing because you're spending so much time on it and it's something that you can teach somebody else. That's when you need to something to delegate. And for example, in Legit, you can find people to help you with your SEO. You can help find people to help you with your social media. You can have find people to help you with so many different things, not just like transcribing, creating contracts. You can actually do custom jobs that you can put in there. I want this, one someone to create like a contract template, for my SEO business, and these are the things I need there, and they'll create something for you custom. So so that sort of thing. So like if you're catering, you want some kind of contract that that obviously you may need to have an attorney in your state to look it over, or your country, but you'll have at least kind of like a template of things that nicely worded and all that by a professional, someone that does that for a living. So, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. So delegating, just don't stop moving forwards because you have too much on your plate. Choose those things that you can outsource in affordably, at least until you can hire staff, until you can actually have people in part of your team. All right. And number three is you don't have a support system. Oh, okay, this is so huge for me. Uh, so most entrepreneurs are obsessed with their business, and I don't know how not to be. And that definitely caused me problems with my marriage, and which we're not married anymore. Because I am obsessed with my businesses. I am obsessed with helping people. I am obsessed with putting content out there because I know there's somebody out there that's going to say, oh my God, I needed to hear that years ago, or whatever, it would have saved me all this gray hair or whatever. But then we stop going out, we stop reaching out, we stop, chit chatting with people. And then we end up really lonely, and our mental health starts suffering, and before you know it, you're just alone. Or you end up, you may be also like me. My mom was, she passed away a couple of years ago, but she was very afraid. She always, she did, she, my sister and I have always been kind of more entrepreneurial, and my sister's killing it in her career. But like, she was always fearful for me, not being able to make it, not pay the bills. Obviously I'm a single mom and all that. And yes, I've had really bad months, I've had really bad years. But I just, once you once you kind of bite some of that success, it's kind of hard to just let it go. But not having a support system almost took me under at one point. And I'm just so glad that I found a tribe of people that were all entrepreneurs. And one of those people is Chris Walker. He's the owner of Legit and SEO Superstar group on Facebook, which I highly recommend if you do SEO. Or even if you have a small business and interested in SEO, I'm one of the moderators there and expert people. But there's a few people that I'm still contact with from years ago when I started my, like, marketing, marketing for other people. I've been doing marketing. If you're a business owner, you got to do marketing. You know how to put yourself out there. But the support system is so important. And I am actually, I want to help you with that. I'm actually creating a support, like a accountability group. And it's more than just accountability, because there will be a place that you can rant if you want to, and it's going to be all safe. But you can also find solutions from other entrepreneurs in different industries, because I think most of the biggest lessons I've learned in my career has been listening to advice or getting advice from people that were not even in my career. Sometimes they see things a little different, and it just helps. So I really, I put in the description box a link. On there you're going to see it's called the Quantum Growth Accountability Group. And just put yourself on there. I'll let you know as soon as I have, as soon as I have it ready. I'll send you an invite, and we're going to do a 3-day boot camp, just to get ready for to go into accountability. And then the accountability is going to be once a week. We're going to zoom it out. If we have different time zones around the world, we may do a couple of sessions where you can join either one or whatever. And they'll be recorded, and we're all going to go through, okay, this is what my intention for this week, my 3 goals, whatever you wanted to work on. This is how far I went, and next week this is what I'm going to do. And also discuss, okay, what areas did you find it challenging, and ask for help. See if anybody can give you ideas, resources. Oh yeah, I know a guy that does. Oh yeah, he does. Incredible creative postcards or whatever. You never know. Like, we'll be able to pull from those resources. And I'm very excited about this. I think it's the marketplace needs this. um I will also be, besides that 1 week accountability, there's going to be some advanced training, and there's going to be handouts, and where we're actually going to figure out exactly what needs to be the next step in our business. We're all going to be in different stages, so it's going to be a complete unique experience. And once a month you'll be able to have like a one-on-one consultation with me, where we can look at, okay, where are your goals, where you're doing the revenue, okay, so what your goal, how do you, and kind of plan out, uh create a vision, create a plan. And then, but then through the accountability, we'll keep working as a group. We'll keep working. If all of us are going to work towards it. I'm actually thinking of opening a new business. I was thinking of one business, but then I just changed my mind because it doesn't meet. I have certain criteria on how to choose a business, and it's all, but I think I know where I'm going right now. And so I'm going to share that with you guys. And together we're going to, so I'm going to share my process, how I pick things. You're going to see me taking this from absolutely zero to, whatever goal I'm going to set. And you're going to be part of that journey. And I'm just excited. I really can't wait to get to meet you guys and work with you guys in that intimate setting. So that's it for now. So those are the top 3. There's more, stuff that I'm gonna make more videos about, other stuff that's been popping up that I realized that there are better ways of doing it and whatnot. But I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the group, get to know you, get to support you, and work on you guys one on one. Okay. All right. So I'll be talking to you very soon in a new video. Take care. Bye.